If your marketing meetings often end with phrases like, "Let's think about this some more," it doesn't mean what you presented was bad. It simply means that people in the room didn't know how to judge what you presented. It's like handing people something to measure, but not the ruler to measure it with. And when people don't know how to judge something, they default to two things: personal opinions and postponing decisions. In this video, I'll show you the one adjustment that gives the room that ruler, so decisions stop getting postponed and meetings stop following you home. Let's think about this some more. That single sentence gives you more work, creates more stress, but gives you zero direction. And it doesn't even matter what kind of marketing meeting it was. It could have been a marketing strategy meeting or marketing campaign discussions, or it could have been creative concept alignment or product positioning discussions. If it's a marketing meeting where a decision has to be made, but instead you get "let's think about this some more," the reason is always the same. Here's why this keeps happening. Marketers walk into rooms with outcomes: a marketing strategy, campaign direction, some creative concepts, product positioning, anything concrete that needs signing off. But what's often missing is the context for judging it. Think about it this way. People in the room don't know what you know. They were not part of the process you went through before the meeting. They didn't see any options you considered or what you ruled out. They only see what you chose to show them in the order you chose to show it. So to them, whatever you present simply lands as, "Here's something I came up with." It's like showing a final answer to a math equation without showing the math that led you to it. It's kind of hard to judge if your answer is correct. Similarly, without the marketing math, people in the room have no shared way to evaluate what you presented. No shared criteria, no common ground to stand on. Worse still, when it's feedback time, you unintentionally put everybody else in the room on the spot. They are suddenly expected to judge the outcome, but without knowing the logic behind it. And when people are put on the spot like this, they default to two things: subjective opinions and postponing the decisions. In my 20 years worth of marketing meetings, I've noticed something almost funny. Marketing meetings are attended by decision makers and anybody else who has time to have an opinion. If someone in the company once took a design class, wrote a headline, or was labeled as creative 5 years ago at the Christmas party, they now have a take at whatever it is you presented. And that's not a people problem. This is what happens in marketing meetings when there are no clear rules of engagement. And instead of judging what you brought against clear criteria, the meeting falls back to discussing personal taste and opinions. And here's the part that actually creates the stress. It's not the lack of confirmation that weighs the heaviest. It's the lack of clarity about what needs to change and the lack of certainty that the next round will go any better. Meeting outcomes like this suck in a very specific way. You don't know what to fix, and you don't know if fixing it will even help. So you don't just leave with more work. You leave with open loops in your head. Where did things actually go wrong? Was it the direction, the outcome, the problem, or did everything just land badly? And because you left the meeting with no clear answer, the work simply follows you home. Not physically, mentally. That's the pressure most competent marketers face. This is why it matters so much to explain your process before you show the results, not after, before. Because the moment you walk the room through the process that got you to the results, you make the meeting easier for everyone involved. Not just you, everyone. Now anybody in the room can judge the results you brought using the same shared structure. It's like everybody is finally looking at the same map instead of simply discussing the destinations that sound good. And with that small adjustment, a lot of subjectivity disappears. What you brought to the meeting is no longer judged as something you came up with. Instead, it looks like a result of a clear process, a methodology you followed. And in marketing, people tend to trust methodologies more than they trust somebody's gut feeling. Once the structure for evaluating the work is shared, people stop defaulting to personal opinions and postponing decisions. Let's see how this works in practice. Let's say the thing you need to align is marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is not some huge slide deck. It's not a boardroom document that nobody remembers once the meeting is over. In the simplest terms, marketing strategy is deciding who is your product helping And how does it make their life better? It's choosing one audience with one real problem and saying, this is the situation we are trying to change for them. That's it. Everything else in the strategy, campaign ideas, creative concepts, media channels, budgets, are just ways and means to express that choice. To stop the let's think about this some more, you need a clear methodology behind what you are presenting. And one simple way to do it when it comes to marketing strategy is to think about how you help your audience in steps. And there are 5 steps that describe how your product turns into a meaningful change for your audience. This path starts with the features your product has, then the benefits it creates, then the problems it solves, then how life gets better, and finally, who your audience gets to become. Name these 5 steps and you already have a clear roadmap. When you structure your thinking this way, your preparation becomes easier. You are no longer trying to come up with something. You are following a methodology. And when you bring that same methodology into the meeting, something important changes. You don't start with, here's a marketing strategy for you to consider. Instead, you walk the room through the logic you followed. This is the transformation our audience wants. This is how their life will get better. These are the problems that we need to solve to make it happen. These are the product benefits that enable it. And these are the product features that make all of this possible. You walk the room through the full path. Transformation, life improvements, problem solved, product benefits, and product features. Now the whole room is in alignment before you show the outcome. And when you show the results, it no longer feels like a random suggestion. It's clearly the result of a logical process. And when the feedback comes, it now has a structure to attach to. People in the room stop arguing taste and stop drifting into opinions. People in the room now discuss, are we focusing on the right audience? Is this problem the most important for that audience? Is this the life transformation they actually want? And even if something needs adjusting, it's now very clear what needs to change. That's how you stop hearing, let's think about this some more. You stop bringing things that need defending. You start bringing decisions that can be evaluated and a methodology that got you there. As the result, marketing meetings stop feeling like a gamble and start feeling predictable. This channel is about marketing clarity. Clarity as a way to remove pressure from a profession that already carries enough responsibility. I've spent 20 years in marketing and made all the mistakes so you don't have to. In this channel, I'm sharing the things that helped me breathe again. So if, as a marketer, you feel capable but tense, you're in the right place.